What have you made of the JARRELL Miller story that obviously broke over the last 48 hours? Following his performance on December 23rd against Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was fantastic that night. Well done to him. But what have you made of everything that has gone on there? Have you touched base with people in America to find out what the actual story is?
Yeah, I mean, he's just tried to take his car back, and people are making a lot more of it carjacking, and I mean, I think it's $30,000 bail he's on. I'm sure they'll find that sum of money. I thought he was outstanding in the day of reckoning. He's a bad boy. He's 25 stone of walking tank. He's threatened someone probably, I imagine, over his car being impounded. There's nothing to do with weapons. I think the trouble is, again, throw mud and it sticks. And I think mud sticks around JARRELL Miller a little bit because of, obviously, the positive drugs test in his past in boxing. But I believe he's turned the corner. This is nothing to do with boxing, and there's people calling for him to be banned from boxing for this, and I think that's very unfair.
Listen, he's a divisive character, isn't he? I wasn't around him, obviously, throughout the course of the week, so you're far more informed than myself.
Everybody loved him out there because he's a very, very charismatic figure. He's a very, very big human being. I think we might have said in the commentary.
Did you get the opportunity to sit down and have a bit of a chat with him? Because I would have loved.
Well, I've known him a very long time anyway.
What's his take on what happened in the build-up to the Joshua fight, where he did fail for multiple?
He had a lot of injuries, and I think he's got. I think he's got some issues about his shape, and it was and injuries he had, and he regrets it. He's sorry about it. And you've said to me, Pros, I think it'd be great if he sat down and did an honest, open, deep interview about where he is and where he was then. And I know his team in the background, and he's made big changes in his life. And I think this is very unfortunate what's just happened. And I think more is being made of it than it is. Carjacking is, it's not a carjacking with a gun he's done. I think he's gone to try and get his car back. That's what's happened.
His car's been impounded, has it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
What did you make of Daniel Dubois' performance against him?
Absolutely outstanding. We saw him come through fire this time. And I think finally the young warrior left the village and had his rite of passage. Yeah. He left the village and became a man, and I mean that metaphorically. I think it was a manly performance.
Questions, wasn't there? There's big questions about
manly performance.
Whether in the build-up to the fight, I asked the question: when someone puts it on Daniel Dubois, can he stand up? Can he weather that storm? JARRELL Miller put it on him in the first 2-3 rounds, and he weathered that storm. He came through, and he got himself a solid victory, and sets himself up a nice 2024. If I'm Daniel Dubois, I'm absolutely banging the drum to try and get myself a Joyce fight. That's what I'm trying to do in order to get that win back, and then maybe propel myself a little bit further forward into 2024.